Hello, friends. Welcome to Four Friends in a Book, where we gather around each week and talk about the books that we've read and how they've potentially changed our views on the genres, the characters, and the stories that we've been reading. Hello, friends.
Hi.
Hi, friend.
So I would like to say hi to everyone and welcome to Three Friends and a Voice. Today, you'll notice that Diane has decided that she doesn't want to be seen, so you'll hear her from the wings.
She actually will be seen. You just can't see her. Once we go to post-production, she'll be seen.
Nice.
She's
I
on.
can't see y'all, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, but I'm on cam.
Ooh, so she's gonna be filtered in post production.
That is correct. Well, she's there. I can't see her either. It's just one of the limitations of our platform. But if we were to pay the $10,000 a month for the commercial version, we could have all those features. But
Sponsors?
Hard no.
yeah, hear that, Hive Bakery, huh?
Hive Bakery, or if there's a political campaign that would like to jump in there, I think Joe Mays for Texas, the House District
Woohoo!
106.
Yeah.
Love the name tag.
Yeah.
Love to get his
looking.
campaign to sponsor our podcast, because we'll talk about books about politics. You know that.
Yeah, I was actually told by someone who ran for the office that I'm running for now several cycles ago. She said, never leave home without your name tag. So I'm trying to follow her instructions. And she showed up Saturday night at the fundraiser kickoff event, not wearing her name tag. So, yeah, that's fine.
She's not running for office.
David could never run for office because he almost refuses to wear a name tag.
I don't almost refuse to wear them. I just don't wear them.
Yeah.
Somehow I can see that.
Yeah.
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 So anyway, yeah, it was, we will talk to the campaign. I'm meeting with the campaign manager on Wednesday, and we can discuss it then. We did just get a
Also,
big endorsement yesterday, so maybe that might come with some money, but we'll see.
awesome. Hey, I want to apologize. I was eating some M&Ms to kind of get me jazzed up for this, because it's Olympic sports.
Nothing better than the Olympics.
What's that?
There's nothing better than the Olympics.
Super Bowl, World Series, NBA finals.
I'm waiting.
I can keep going.
Nope. You're not winning.
College football playoffs, bowl games,
The Olympics are the best.
Pee Wee football.
Like
I'm just saying.
Or summer.
You're not invited to watch with me.
Like,
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Our most recent Olympic experience came thanks to COVID.
yes.
We were coming from Lake Tahoe, going down to Sacramento to spend a few days. We were going to go whitewater rafting. We had all kind of fun adventures going on. We got COVID either on the airplane or somewhere in Lake Tahoe. So we came down the mountain. By the way, coming down a mountain with COVID and a super congested head is super fun. So we ended up spending our time in Sacramento, not whitewater rafting, but laying in bed watching Summer Olympics. That was last summer.
I remember.
In real time, live,
Yes.
not tape delayed. One of the
Nice.
advantages of the Ronas.
Yeah.
Speaking of, and not to rush us along, this week we have Olympic sports, or books that are adjacent to winter sports. Was that correct, Teresa?
Yes, you know what? Everyone interprets it the way they want, so we might as well just go with it.
Absolutely.
I also want to say my name's David Smith, and I'm one of the participants here at Four Friends in a Book. And to my left, Smokey Joe Mays.
I am in fact Joe Mays. That is my name. I am a friend. David, we lost your video, but I'm assuming you're coming back. Hopefully it's just popping in and out. We have been having so many fun technical challenges last couple of weeks. But yes, I am one of the friends who is a big fan of the Winter Olympics.
Yay!
And seated across the table from me is my beautiful better half,
Diane May. Thank you. I am a fan of the Olympics, all Olympics. I think I don't know which one I prefer. I enjoy different parts of both Olympics. Yeah. And then leading us today is the wonderful Dr. Starrett.
Hi, guys.
Uh,
I too, I'm an Olympic lover. Every sport that I never even dreamt of, I want to watch. I want to watch all of them because they are so talented and they're more skilled than I ever will be. So I want to honor that. I want to honor the fact that they're out there just busting it.
I love skiing. I skied when we were in Germany. The 76 Olympics, that was back in the olden days when the Winter and Summer Olympics occurred
Oh
in the
yeah.
same year, every 4 years. We were there. 72 Olympics, of course, were in Munich, and the tragic events that happened when the
Yep.
terrorists came in and did bad things. 76 was Montreal. But the Winter Olympics were in Innsbruck, Austria, and I had arrived in like June of 76. Um, and being able to know where Innsbruck, Austria actually was, and Franz Klammer coming down the mountain, that was my image of skiing, was watching him come down the mountain, just hair on fire, metaphorically speaking. It's like, I want to do that.
Mm.
I
I
do.
love that.
I do want to say, like, I'm super jazzed because this year marks 46 years since the Miracle on Ice, the 1980 Winter Olympics. Although the United States did not win the gold medal, they beat those dirty Soviets and
Oh,
now the
yes, they did.
Russian
They
Olympic
won the
team.
gold. They won the gold, but they didn't
Yeah.
win the gold against the Soviets.
Correct. So I apologize.
Yeah.
They did not win it against them. They won it against Canada. Correct.
Sweden, I think.
Sweden. I couldn't remember. All I know is we beat the Soviets. I could care less after that.
Yep.
Also, the reason that the Winter Olympics are so near and dear to my heart is because it is one of the greatest scandals in the history of the Olympic sports, and that is
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Nancy
Nancy
Kerrigan.
Kerrigan and Tanya
Nancy
Harding.
Kerrigan and Tanya Harding.
Absolutely.
Woo!
And what was that? Yeah, that chucklehead.
Yeah.
You know, I
Finland.
feel
The US beat
as though
Finland.
go
So
what?
US
They
beat
beat Finland.
Finland, not
Yeah.
Sweden.
Gotcha. No, I feel as though Tanya Harding, I don't know, David and I listened to something about that story the other day, and I feel like she had some challenges coming into it, you know?
Are you going to say she took a bad beat?
No.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start talking about our books.
Well, this is the Olympics. We're talking about books. There are books about Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding.
Is
There's
that what you
also-
read, Joe?
There's also an amazing documentary called I, Tanya, that I encourage everyone to watch. Oh, are you going to say something to Joe about eating?
What?
No. I'm going to fuss at you for eating.
You
That's
can't
our
watch the Olympics
podcast.
with me.
We can eat on it if we want. Was I, Tanya a documentary, or was that the movie with Allison Janney and what's her name?
Oh, I have no idea. I haven't watched it because I refuse to watch it. It takes away from the greatness that was, because I remember every scintillating detail. And I was like, I should have someone besmirch the greatness of that memory.
Well, I want to know whose side you were on. Were you team Kerrigan or were you team Harding, David?
I think most of America was Team Nancy because she was the victim.
Sure.
But I think
She was
there's
the
also some
attackee.
people who were Team Tanya because you just have to have, like, people that side with her. I mean, I'm not saying good or bad, right? I mean, obviously there was bad, but it was such a catastrophe for our Olympians, because it took the attention away from what was truly important and focused it on such a negative aspect of training that it just kind of besmirched the whole greatness of, in my opinion.
So are
Yeah.
you saying that somebody needed to be on since you had so many people on Team Sharon Tate, there needed to be people on Team Charles Manson?
100%.
Not correlating Tanya Harding to Charles
No,
Manson.
not at all. But if you think about
necessarily.
it, for every supporter of Harry Potter, there's also going to be a supporter of Voldemort.
I don't agree with that.
I think there's people out there that are inherently supporters of those that are on the wrong side of the decision.
I agree,
you're
but I don't
saying-
think
but
it's
you're
I
saying
don't
it's
think it's a
equal.
one-to-one correlation.
No,
I don't
I'm
either, Joe.
sorry. I'm sorry.
You said it was equal.
I did, and I thought for every 10 Harry Potters, there's one Voldemort. How's that?
Okay, I love fake statistics as much as any other person.
110%.
Hate them.
83% of people do hate fake statistics.
Don't eat, don't drink. If you can't do it, don't do it.
You know what, Joe?
Any-
115% of the time, that's right every time.
Anyway,
We have
I need y'all to stop.
completely derailed your theme.
Well,
It's a lovely theme, by the way.
no, okay, here's the deal. One more thing on this. I think people are inherently good. Period. I
Okay.
really do.
Okay.
I've met very few unkind people.
So you have met some.
Unkind. I didn't say bad.
But,
Boom.
but
I
you
said
can't.
good. People are inherently good.
Okay, but
Do
then you
good
have
and
to make
kind
sure that you're
correlate? Not
using
necessarily.
No, you have to make sure if you're calling them good, you also have to say you met some bad people. You can't say
No.
unkind because you're changing the descriptor.
No, I haven't. I don't know that. I don't know I would use bad to describe any person. Maybe you right now.
So you have met some bad people.
I'm just married to him. I'm married to the bad people.
Oh, snap.
You knew what you were getting into.
Absolutely. No, I really, I don't. I think people are inherently good. I really do.
Let me ask you this
Mm-hmm.
by means of trying to recover our direction. Would you agree that the majority of books about Olympic sports are biography / autobiography / memoir?
No.
No.
About winter sports or about Olympic sports?
Winter Olympic sports.
I would say it's 60-40 because I think you have a lot of people who. Well, hold on
Another
before you
fake
get all
statistic.
fussy. Hold on before you get all fussy. I think 40% of the books that are written are probably biography, and 60% are fiction or something else. But I think it depends too if you're talking about the individual athlete versus the sport. So I think that we have to be clear there.
If the sport is in the book. And so I think that the fiction definitely outweighs the
75-25.
Stop it. What about you, Joe?
Well, one of the things that I noticed is that the majority of them, like Rise, Lindsey Vohn's story, Shaun White's book, LaFleur, the legend about Guy LaFleur, there were just so many biography books or written from the point of view of the athlete and their journey and interesting books. I'm not minimizing or diminishing them in any way, just saying that was the majority of the books that I came across. And as I started looking at, okay, what books have I read? What books that have a winter sport theme? I mean, David mentioned last week, books like Call of the Wild and White Fang and those kind of books, not necessarily sport. Although wasn't one of those involved the Iditarod?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was White Fang, I believe.
Fang,
yeah.
I think so.
Is that a winter sport?
Yes. It's dog sledding, but yes.
It's not in the Olympics, but it is, yeah, obviously.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was asking if the Olympic sport. Okay.
It has been in the Olympics before.
Has it?
Yes, I believe so. But then the other thing I was going to say is I read somewhere that they were going to bring that back, or they were going to transfer the Iditarod to that. It appeared in the Winter Olympics in 1932 at the Lake Placid Games,
There you go.
in 1952 and in 1994. Yeah.
Do we have any new sports this time around for the Olympics?
We do new sports. I think we have Winter Olympic breakdancing.
No, we don't.
Yes, so in 2026 in Milano Cortina, we'll introduce ski mountaineering or skimo, featuring men's and women's sprints and a mixed relay. Other new events include dual moguls, women's large hill ski jumping, mixed team skeleton, and women's doubles luge.
Luge and skeleton are the goats.
Yes.
Oh, but this skiing, 2 people doing. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun to watch.
It's going to be like watching underwater dancing.
I love underwater dancing.
Have you ever gone cross-country skiing, either of you?
No,
No.
Love
we
it.
went skiing for our first time a couple weeks ago.
Really? Where'd you go?
Ski
New
Apache
Mexico.
in New Mexico. Great facility, wonderful people.
What's the name of it?
Ski Apache. It's a resort-ish in New
It was
Mexico.
wonderful.
Up near Santa Fe?
It's near Reynosa.
Gotcha. Okay.
Joe's frozen. So it's you and I.
Joe's
We're running the
frozen.
show.
Yeah.
Hey
There you go.
I
there.
think we
Oh, he's back.
think-
He's
think we need to do
pixelated,
it.
but he's back.
I know you've been wanting to.
Okay.
Anyway, cross-country
You should do what?
skiing.
Go skiing? Do it.
Yeah. We need to go. I've been wanting to go skiing for a
I'm
while.
not good at it. So
I
but
wasn't good.
since I was a junior in high school.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow. I wasn't good at it, but I loved it.
He's good at it.
I was
45
terrible at it.
It's fun. But
I'm
we
going to
plan to go
try
back.
next time we go. I think we're going next year. Next time we go. I'm going to do snowboarding because I absolutely sucked at skiing.
Brady loves
liter-
snowboarding.
Does he? I
Yeah.
will tell you. So I fell before they taught us how to fall and get up, and so I was just over it. But I also didn't like skiing when I skied on water either.
Yeah. See, I love skiing, and I don't know that I would enjoy snowboarding because having my feet bolted together, thinking about that gives me claustrophobia. Whereas being on skis just feels much more natural to me. And just remember to fall into the mountain, you're fine.
Now, see, I thought that I would want to do the snowboarding more, but after I saw the people doing the snowboarding, I'm with you, Joe. I felt like I had some semblance of control, even when I was falling. I still could figure it out, know which
Yeah.
way it's up, but had a great time. Didn't break anything.
That's
Yeah, that's always
that-
good.
that's a bonus.
Yeah, it
Like
was
I
a
said,
bonus.
Brady prefers he's done both, but he is adamant that snowboarding is the right thing to do, but he's also the one who went to Bali for 2 months last year to learn how to surf. So
Wow.
not sure he's quite right, but what are you gonna do?
I'd go to Bali.
Have y'all, by the way, watched Stranger Things?
No.
Yes, I haven't watched the last season.
We just finished it last night, so
Did you? Was it good?
totally unrelated, huh?
Was it good?
It was absolutely well worth. We watched like the final 3 episodes, which
Last
was
night.
an hour plus, and 2 hours plus
Wow.
yesterday. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've never watched Stranger Things, and I don't know that I want to. But I hear great things about it. Teresa and the kids love it, but it's just I don't think it's for me.
I didn't think I was gonna like it. I think we actually tried to watch it a couple of times, and it was like, it's fine.
No, I never have. You have.
Yeah, I tried it, but it was like, it's fine. But it took me, I think, getting through that first full episode, and the character development is really exemplary. And considering it started with young teenagers
Yeah.
going through high school graduation and beyond, it was just really well done, I thought.
Well, up until the point that before this last season, I was completely hooked, but it's a show that Cole and I watched together, so we just need to carve out some time to watch it together. It
Yeah.
just, I loved it.
Stephanie told us season 5 was by far the best, and I agree with her. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
I do want to recommend 2 shows. First, High Potential.
Oh my gosh, best show ever.
And
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
go that far, but it's good.
That's from
Love
the woman from Always Sunny.
Oh, okay, that's where I know her from. Okay, and then
I
the
don't
other
know.
show is The Pit. I don't care for the politics of Noah Wiley, but the show is really well done. So
Why don't you?
And there's
like
one
it?
more show. Nobody
What?
wants
Oh,
that.
yes.
Nobody
Yes,
wants
and
this.
nobody. Oh God.
Can y'all hear it, Diane?
Very, not very well.
That's like I'm hearing them through you.
That's how you normally hear.
Nobody
Oh.
wants this. Yeah.
Nobody wants this.
You say you don't like Noah Wiley's politics? You should just
Yeah, and
audio.
we can talk about that. It's a lot.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
But it's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched a couple of episodes, I
Yeah.
think.
It just we were in the middle of Stranger Things, so we decided we'd finish it out.
You want to know what I noticed in the first episode of The Pit?
What?
And this is the second or third episode was the one where a parent's child passed away, and that was that landed a little hard. But what I noticed in the very first episode is when Noah Wiley walks into the emergency room or the emergency center, his neck is freshly shaved from a haircut, and like 2 scenes later, it had grown. What did men who get haircuts know what this look is, or women may look at it, I don't know. But you could see where the hair was grown down below the hairline, down the neck, that quick, and that just little things like that annoy me. But the show, I agree with you, the show's spectacular.
That's so fun. Well, now I'm gonna have to go back and watch his hairline down there.
It was episode 1 to episode 2.
No, it was
Okay.
within the same episode. Oh, no, wait,
No,
no.
because it's all the same day.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's hour 1 to hour 2, his hair had grown out. So
That's hilarious.
Yeah. One more TV show before we dive into, we just keep derailing this conversation. Have you watched Shrinking with Harrison Ford and Jason Segel?
I have not.
Dude,
totally worth watching.
Really?
unbelievable. It's written by the same folks who wrote Ted Lasso. And in fact, the guy who plays Roy Kent in Ted Lasso, who was one of the writers, is in season 2 and I believe season 3 of Shrinking. But this year, Michael J. Fox is in it briefly.
Now, is it the same type of humor, same type of relationships that are in Ted Lasso, or?
Yes, very rich interpersonal
Oh.
connections. Yeah, they're very just rich connections between people, and mature. Like Harrison Ford is in it, and he's a co-worker of Jason Segel, whatever his name is, the dude that played Marshall
Segel,
on.
I think.
Yeah,
That's Steven Seagal, Jason Segel.
yeah, Jason Segel. Anyway, they're peers, or they're partners in their counseling firm. And the relationship between these two adult men, and it's just, really, really rich relationships, and just incredible stories and incredible gentleness in the light of really kind of heavy topics. It's just,
Okay.
yeah,
We'll
definitely
try it.
put it up there with Ted Lasso. We forgot to lock the door.
Oopsie.
Yep. So that's where Diane is.
Gotcha. Shall I jump into my book?
Please.
Okay.
Somebody has to save this podcast.
Somebody. Okay, my book was The Favorites by Lane Fargo.
Are you kidding me right now?
We already talked about this. You did not read that book.
I did. I actually did. I started it and I stopped it because I could not get into it. And I chose it because of Tanya Harding. I totally forgot you chose it.
We just discussed it.
Like several days ago.
Anywho, this is about figure skating. And the premise, it's not about Tanya Harding. The premise is these 2 figure skaters, male and female, were matched up, and they did pairs skating in the Olympics, and then some inciting event happens, and they don't speak to each other again for I think it's 10 years. And so it's written in present time in the past, and also I believe it's from different viewpoints. It's been a minute since I read it, but I did enjoy it because I love figure skating, but then again, I love curling, and I'm going to love all the sports. So it doesn't really say much that I love this. But it was interesting.
Awesome. I love
curling.
I love curling.
You got to watch it, But yeah, it was a pretty good book. It wasn't my favorite book that I read, but It fit the bill, and it was comped to Wuthering Heights and Daisy Jones and the Six.
What?
And I don't know that I
Okay.
agree with those comps.
An
I think
an all-time classic and a absolutely dynamite top of the list, front list, and
Mhm.
they're comping. That's a bold position to take.
Yeah, but I don't agree with those comps. It is at its core a love story, and it's well done. It's got a ton of information about figure skating and about the ins and outs and the rigors involved. But that would not be a life that I could lead. I'll tell you that.
What percentage of fiction books about Winter Olympic sports also double as love stories?
Oh, I am sure a ton, because now isn't
I want
hockey
a
the big
number.
thing?
I want a number.
See,
I
I really
refuse to
thought
do
you
a
were reading
number.
that ice hockey book that
Divine
Kayla
Rivals.
Olson wrote.
No, that's not ice hockey. Ice hockey is
I
what
know what ice hockey is.
Stephanie was saying last week, that we need to read Divine Rivals.
Not Divine Rivals, is it?
Probably
That's
not. No, I don't think that's correct at all. Like Dirty Rivals or something like that. It's on I think Netflix now.
Hockey Rivalry.
It's called Hockey Rival?
Heated
No.
Rivalry.
She was telling us to read The
Heated.
Lodge or something.
Okay, that's two totally
No,
different things.
Heated Rivalry
Okay.
when Stephanie was
Okay.
talking.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, The Lodge was a good book. I loved it. I love Kayla Olson.
Did you read the in the credits, or not the credits, what is it called?
the forward?
Acknowledgments.
Yeah.
Yeah, the acknowledgments where she specifically calls out Patchouli Joe's.
Absolutely, positively, and I'm
You-
sure she will. I've got the arc for the next book, and I don't know if the
Great Outdoors.
yes, and I don't know if the acknowledgments are in there, but I'll tell you if you haven't already read it, if you guys are mentioned.
So
I haven't read it.
and not to take away from Kayla also, because there's never a reason to do that. But what did you finish The Favorite?
Yes.
Okay. What did you think about and I don't want to spoil it, about the twist?
No. I was going to say, you're not going to spoil it for me.
Because there's a super weird part of this book, and it's like, really?
Wait, don't make like
Really?
you read the whole thing. You did not read the whole thing.
Oh no, I DNF'd it, 100%, and then I skipped to the end. But oh yeah, I did.
See, now that's a party foul right there.
Yes.
And you know what? It had to be done. It had to be done.
I gave it 4 stars, and I read it in December.
Okay. I want to be, the other thing I want to be transparent on. I kind of hemmed and hawed in this book on choosing a book, because I was like, man, it's Olympic sports. It'll be super easy. Well, and so my first book that I chose was a
Cozy
Tell Me a
Mystery.
Sport. What's that?
Oh, Cozy
No, it wasn't
Mystery.
Cozy Mystery. No, it was actually not. I originally chose a hockey book, and it ended up being a romance. But it was the title of the book was called The Penalty Box, and that's what they named the resort / lodge, because the mom was such a super fan of hockey, especially Olympic hockey. And so I was like, okay, this could be cool. And then no, it was not cool at all whatsoever. And I tried really hard to find a book that would tie into the Olympic sports. I tried to read a book about the Miracle on Ice. Could not find one. I tried to, and I should say this, I could find them, but they were autobiographies or biographies, and they were going to be so dry as to make me want to say, no, thank you. Or they were children's books. And I don't want to read a children's book. I want to read something serious or quasi-serious. So that's where my ultimate fail was. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, Tanya Harding, it's going to be the anniversary of the attack. on Nancy Kerrigan, let me read this book that is adjacent to this scenario.
When did you start researching your book?
So I started on Friday, and I started reading my hockey book on Friday, and then I was like, this book is terrible. Not terrible, it's not my speed. And so that's when I picked up The Favorite. I picked that up Saturday night, Sunday night, somewhere in there, and started reading. And I can read pretty quickly. So I have that to my advantage. There's also an audiobook, which, by the way, one of the narrators for the audiobook is. Did you get the audiobook as well, Teresa?
Nope.
Noah
Johnny
Wiley.
Weir.
Tanya
Johnny
Hart.
Weir, famous Olympics skater for the United States.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I didn't know who that was. Okay.
Yeah.
Johnny Weir. Yep.
Meh.
Yeah, I didn't dive in, Teresa. Not gonna lie. It's been something of a hectic week, believe it or not. And most of the Olympic sport related books that I had access to were bios, autobios, and again, nothing wrong with those. But they're that person's struggle into a sport. Generally, most of them, particularly with American athletes, the struggle began, while their family was on vacation at a resort skiing when they were 8. So I'm a little jaded perhaps by that. And frankly, in the United States, most Olympic sports tend to have that sort of socioeconomic bent to them.
It's interesting. The Olympic sports are so revered in this country, but we don't properly fund them for our athletes to be able to do them without going either deeply into debt or only getting those that can afford it. And I point that out because if you look at some of the other countries and you see all the socioeconomic divide does not occur in those countries because they properly fund it. They provide them education, they provide them nutrition, they provide them training, equipment. And here in the United States, we'll fund you once you prove that you're worth being funded. But until that time, no thank you.
But there are opportunities now. There in some places there are opportunities for school hockey, for example.
Sure.
But for summer sports, just about every school has a basketball team. Just about every school has a track team. So there are opportunities for those types of summer sports. Now, not every person has a pool, so they don't all get to swim. Whereas with winter sports, other than like, for example, when we were in Anchorage or Wasilla visiting Brady, there was a school up on that we had to drive by to get to the place we were staying, and their hockey team arena at the high school was very clearly, out there, and it was just a big deal. And most places in lower 48 don't have as ready access to all the winter sports and maybe that's a Southern bias too, but yeah.
The book that I read, The Favorites, one of
Wow, that was catty.
Well done.
Well, no, you were talking about the socioeconomic piece. The male character went through the foster system, so he didn't have, a ton of familial support. So I think you make an excellent point about that. And as I sit here listening to the discussion about facilities and all that, I kind of wish I had read Beartown by oh my gosh, Frederick.
Oh, Bachman?
Yes, thank you, Bachman. I wish I had read that because that's apparently, the whole town is just a hockey town. And so I think that would have been a fun one to read. And I love his writing so much.
And thinking back, like I went to high school in Iowa, and we had two swimming pools in our high school, and then we had a dive tank in our high school as well, which is pretty much unheard of. Like here in Denton, if you are on the swim or the water polo teams, you have to go to an off-campus site to practice and play. But we had those facilities in our school, so I think that's they put money in different places so to keep the students engaged, depending on where you're at or where you're from. So I think that's important to realize. But even that's not enough. We need to do more to get our athletes supported, whether it's winter or summer Olympics, because I think that's important for our national identity.
And not to spin this politically, but does the high school that you went to, do they still fund a swimming pool and diving tank and because we had the same one, the high school that I went to in California
Damn, y'all went to rich high
had a diving pool and a swimming pool that was for water polo, and of course had it was an Olympic pool.
Yep.
But yeah, I know a lot of those types of expenditures aren't funded as readily now as they were when we were in school.
I can't speak to it in terms of the funding levels, but I will say we had an advantage because we were only one high school and it was a farming community. And for a lot of those kids, that was the only time they saw a pool was when they went out for gym class or when they went out for the swimming team.
They just wanted
Because
to race you in the pond.
yeah, I mean they would go see the pond obviously, but they didn't get a lot of swimming pool access or you went to the YMCA, which we had. And sadly, that's kind of a fading concept in America today, the YMCA and the YWCA, sadly. So it was I didn't even have those facilities when I went to school in Texas. So to see it in a farming community in Clinton, Iowa, it was an amazing opportunity for sure. So, yeah.
Did you read an Olympic sport book, Diane? Yeah,
The
same.
only
We failed you, in other words, Teresa, is what I'm telling you.
I never can read fast enough to read a book for our specific talks. I always have to look back into what have I read. So The Lodge is the only book that I have read. I did read The Lodge, and it's about snow skiing, being on a ski resort. So
you've
an Olympic sport.
And you've snow skied.
And I have snow skied badly.
In Europe.
I have.
In the European Alps.
Twice in the Austrian Alps. Well, I snowplowed. Yeah, I mean that's still skiing.
You were on skis.
I was on skis. Yeah. Just they were facing each other.
You and Franz Klammer, you and Lindsey Vaughn, basically the same.
Right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So did you like The Lodge?
I did. I am not a romance reader. I don't like predictability. And so I liked it. I enjoyed the story for what it was. It's behind what is that called? Behind closed door romance.
Yeah, closed door.
Yeah. Yeah. It was cute. It was a cute story and kept me engaged.
And that is just Kayla's wheelhouse. I mean,
yeah, and I love
that is her jam.
Yeah. It's just not my usual genre to read, but I read because Kayla wrote it and it's good. I mean, it's good reading and romance readers like them. Yeah. But
yeah.
And it did create a beautiful picture in my mind of being on this ski resort in the snow. And my favorite thing of going skiing is being in the resort with the fireplace going and looking at the snow outside. And so I really appreciated those moments.
Kind of like you enjoyed last week in North Texas.
Yes, loved it.
Inside.
Right. Teresa, let me ask you this.
Yes.
And the reason I'm asking, what is your favorite season?
There's so many qualifiers to that because
No.
yes.
What is your favorite?
I really love the fall because I think it's beautiful and it starts to get crisper. But I love the weather we had last week. I love snow. And my least favorite season, I can tell you, summer.
Yep. Well, the reason I was asking, I've kind of forgotten a little bit why I was asking.
That can be your least favorite. It is not. Mine is my favorite.
But the imagery that's created in winter books and winter sports books and the images that come across in Winter Olympic television and it's just magical if you love the fall and winter, which I do.
And that's a great point because like if you're reading a book about summer, like let's say you read a summer Olympic adjacent book. What could they say? They sweat a lot? I mean, really? Their skin was glistening again.
Yeah,
So I agree with you.
In Kayla's book, Before the Lodge, the reunion,
Mhm.
and it sticks in my brain, the scene of the girl living in this house, and you walk out the back door and you're on the beach. And then you walk down and then there's the ocean. And I'm like, oh my God, that is like perfection to me.
Would you like to live on the beach?
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
I'm a mountain guy, but if we lived in a village that was mostly walking to the beach, small huts, small community, I could do that.
Nope.
If I have to drive and park down at the beach and have your car full of sand and all that, absolutely not. But having
I would choose the mountains.
100% me as well.
I am the beach. I went to go visit Joe in Jacksonville and just stood in that ocean water. Like, oh, this is where my soul is happy.
No, she stood in the Atlantic, so she was connected to her family's homeland in
I did feel like
Scotland.
I was connected to Europe, to my family coming over from Europe, standing there in the Atlantic walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My family, they didn't immigrate to this country. They were just dropped on top of mountains, kind of scattered. This is true. They came from Europe also. I'm not surprised.
I'm going to say I like the idea of a beach from afar. I don't want to be near it. My favorite, I mean, having lived by beaches, they're great, but they're only great in small doses. I can go outside all day in the winter. And Teresa, I mean, now I'm more cold natured because of my health events, but I will still walk outside to this day in a pair of flip flops, shorts, and a long sleeve shirt. And I'm like, ducky, this is just an amazing setting for me.
Well, we were taking walks out in the snow and the ice, and we'd have to go out and shovel ice every day just to be out in it, because I'm the same way. I love the snow. I love the ice. We're at the icky part where it's melting and there's still slabs of ice in the shade, and you don't know that you're there until
So
you
much
fall.
ice.
Yeah. But no, in a small, like I said, a tiki type village that had a central place. And yeah, I could live on the beach if I didn't have to, wear linen every day. I could wear linen every day there and have a shower outside where I could just rinse off before I clean the house. Yeah, I have a very specific vision of a beach life that I could live.
I'm not even sold on that because I can go out in the sun for about 5 minutes and then I'm burned and then it's no fun.
She's a straight up ginger.
Yeah.
Straight up what? Ginger?
Ginger. Yep.
Okay.
I will say, I do want to say one other book that I tried to make work, and then I want to give proper props to Teresa for something. I tried to read the Briar Club for this because I honestly thought maybe I could work this in, but I couldn't.
That would have been so funny.
That's noble.
I almost said my book this week was The Briar Club by Kate Quinn, but I couldn't do it. And then I want to say, I think part of the reason I selected this book, even though I didn't realize it, was because Teresa told me about it. Normally, she doesn't tell me her books. And is that untrue?
Oh, no, it's totally true. Like,
Okay.
I will say, we will discuss it on the podcast.
Yes, she'll tell me, we'll speak later.
I don't say that.
What is your favorite Winter Olympic sport, Teresa? And there are no qualifiers. There is your favorite.
There are so many qualifiers.
None. There's zero.
Okay. It is probably.
I love pinning Teresa down. This is like become my Olympics.
It's go time. You've got to choose one, and you can't watch anything else for the Olympics.
I can watch whatever I want.
But if you have to watch one sport and you only get one.
Okay. I'm going to tell you. If I could only watch one, it would be skiing because.
Which skiing?
There's so many. Nope. One sport.
No.
Not one event, Smarty.
No, that's a genre.
I won.
That's a genre.
Well done, Starrett.
I won.
So,
I won your game.
For me, it's curling. want to watch. I'll
Curling
watch
gear?
curling all day.
Oh, I do like curling.
Bogdan,
Okay.
one winter sport.
I think my favorite to watch is the skiing where they fly.
Ski jumping.
Ski jumping. Yes.
Brady's father, Mark,
Mhm.
did that in high school. He was on his school ski jumping team in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
See, who would think there would be a
There was
ski-
a
Wow.
high school ski jumping team. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
can see
what's your
that.
favorite? Joe,
Mine?
what's your favorite? Mhm.
I like me some biathlon just because it seems ironic to me.
Wait, I'm sorry. You get one choice. One choice.
You talked for 45 minutes getting to your one choice. All right, no,
I did not.
no,
Liar,
I do like
liar.
biathlon, but if I had to pick a single sport, I would say giant slalom. Yes, it's skiing, but it's a specific type of skiing.
What is it?
It is where you take the longest route down the mountain.
Okay.
You've got to hit. It's not the
Not the
going
flags.
through- not the well. It does have some flags,
Hmm.
but it's giant slalom is huge swath of mountain you're going down.
Ugh.
So it's not like you have to hit all the flags like in a
Mhm.
slalom, and it's not now skiing. Personally, moguls is a blast. I love that. I loved slalom skiing. I did some racing badly, but I did it. But giant slalom to watch is watching these guys get to God knows how 60 miles an hour, however fast they're going down the mountain. Watching Lindsey Vaughn, she is dying. She just blew out her knee again. Had to be
Mm.
Oh,
hella lifted off of the mountain.
did
But to
she
watch,
blow her knee out?
I don't know if it was her knee, but I know they had to lift her in a helicopter off the
Oh,
mountain.
Oh,
I
then
But
hate
she's
that.
watching
done.
these skiers, to me, that is just daredevil, hair on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So giant slalom.
I think that would be really fun to do, but I will never be that skilled, you know? I mean, like I know that about myself. I need to always stay on the tiny slopes if I'm going to do that. I mean, I was basically on a hill when we were skiing the other day, but that I'm
Mm.
okay with that. I'm okay with starting slow and getting better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, when we were in this one place where Diane and I skied in Scheffau, Austria, it was it had a chairlift, a double chairlift, and it was a chairlift to the top. There was a T-bar um, lift that would go to there was a slalom, I mean a mogul little bowl and the bunny slope, and that's of course everybody would warm up whatever. But going the full mountain was a chairlift up to the mid station, then another chairlift all the way up to the top. Each was about 20-minute ride to get up.
Oh
So
my
it
gosh.
took a while to get to the top. And our daily ski run was take the double lift up to the top, ski down to mid station, take the lift back up to the top, ski down to the bottom for lunch, then ride all the way back up to the top, ski to mid station, back up to the top, down to the bottom. That was it for the day. I mean,
Wow.
that's just how long it took. Plus, they also had Jaeger tea stations along the way, which was hot tea with Jägermeister in it. And what's not to love?
I've never
So,
had
yeah,
Jägermeister.
we once,
You
Feel
are not
feel
missing
lucky.
out.
Ooh.
when
Is
I
it?
was with Joint Special Operations Command, we went to Savannah, Georgia once a quarter for training exercises. And every exercise we would decide when we got there, and I was usually one of the first ones in because we have to get all the cars and rooms and everything. But we would decide before everybody got in what liquor we were going to drink for that time, the couple weeks we were there. And we decided on a Sunday that Jägermeister was our drink. By Wednesday, we had drank every bar in Savannah, Georgia out of Jägermeister, and it wasn't until Saturday that they got more back in. But
Oh
they
my
had
gosh.
like Jägermeister on tap, and we drank it all up. So yeah,
Huh.
I never drank Jägermeister after that, mind you. But and of course, don't drink anything now. But
Yeah. Is it licorice? Is
yeah,
that the flavor? Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. That just sounds foul.
it's horrid.
Yeah.
It's
Licorice burning down your throat. Ugh.
Mm.
Yeah.
It is a glass of
Nope.
cold, dark hate.
With what?
Cold, dark hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to mention one book series, not that I've read, but that is extremely, extremely popular right now. And it is about hockey. And it's I don't know the
Heated rivalry.
heated rivalry, the long game, game changer, unrivaled. They're all in the same series of book. I don't know the series called Heated Rivalry, Role Model. I don't know. Anyway, cannot keep them on the shelves. No bookstore can keep them on the shelves. You get them in, you
That's
get them
amazing.
out. It is a series on HBO also.
Yep.
But it is gay hockey.
Mm.
It
Okay.
yeah. You can tell by the cover. There is a who the heated rivalry is.
What was the Rob Lowe movie where he was a hockey player?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Anyway, every time I hear about heated rivalry, I think of that movie. What was the name of that movie?
Youngblood.
Youngblood? That,
Youngblood.
yeah, that's it.
Young
That
blood.
was the one.
You know,
More convincing as a hockey player than he was as a saxophone player in St. Elmo's Fire. Totally unrelated to Winter Olympics.
I do want to point out this is also the week after Mike Modano was passed for the highest scoring American hockey player of all time in the NHL. And he was passed by another American, Abby. And I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I want to say Patrick Kane, but that's not right. And so huge moment in the sport of hockey, since we're talking about winter sports and Olympic sports. Kind of a big deal. I'm a huge Mike Modano fan. For when he was drafted by the Minnesota North Stars and then stolen by Dallas to come down here and play for their team and win a championship.
Yeah.
It is Patrick Kane,
Okay.
incidentally.
Yeah.
I was not I think looking back, if I had been raised in a place that had hockey for youth, I would have loved hockey. We're being raised in California wasn't a thing then. We didn't even have hockey
You had LA
until
Kings.
well after.
Well, yeah. Okay.
No, they didn't come till well after I'd gone. The San Jose Sharks, LA Kings, they all came after.
Yeah.
Having said that, I have loved Olympic hockey. I remember watching the Miracle on Ice Olympic, the 1980 Olympic hockey team. I just joined the Air Force. It was all very brand new. I vividly remember where I was at when they won that game. But I was never a big hockey fan. I used to read about hockey when I had a subscription to Sports Illustrated. I used to read about basketball. That's how I learned about those sports and the history of those sports, is reading about them in this magazine. The first hockey game that I remember watching was when when Brett Hull scored in overtime, I'm fairly certain, for the Dallas Stars to win the Stanley Cup. I was in Navarre, Florida. Don't know why I went to bed and flipped it on. They were in overtime and watching I'll vividly remember the overhead shot from above the net when Brett Hull scored the winning goal, and it was just mayhem. And that is such an ingrained memory in my brain. And it was like, hockey's pretty damn cool. Now, hockey in person is even way cooler, but yeah.
Way cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diane got me tickets to the Texas Stars, which is the Dallas Stars minor league team. They played about 3 miles from our house when we were in Orlando.
No, Leander.
Or Leander. What did I say? Orlando?
Orlando.
Yeah, Leander. What the hell? Orlando. Yeah. So there you go. That's my history with hockey. And
Well,
it's
go
6
forth
o'clock.
and watch go forth and watch the Olympics, everybody. Enjoy, celebrate all the athletes from every country because they're doing the thing.
Oh, yeah.
We would be remiss if we were to not mention the all-time greatest Winter Olympic athletes, and that would be the Jamaican bobsled team.
Oh my gosh. Yes, indeed.
Talk about lovely stories.
Yeah.
What's that? What was it
Why
called?
Why didn't you
Cool
read
Runnings?
that story?
Cool Runnings. Yeah.
Because the movie was better than the book.
Did you see the movie? Have you read the
Yes.
book?
Did I
I
see
did.
the movie? Yeah, I've seen the movie. I have not
I have
read
not
the book.
read the book, but I mean, the movie was chef's kiss.
But it's like David reading a book about David's reluctant to read a book about Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan because the reality was so incredible. Same with the
Salacious.
Jamaican hockey team.
Yeah.
It was just
It
the
was
real life story was like you can't capture that. It was just magical
no.
in the moment. Yeah, it was just pure love of sport and pure we're gonna do this thing and do whatever it takes to get there.
Unadulterated, amazing ice hockey. I'm sorry, ice skating.
Not ice hockey. It's not ice skating.
Ice,
It's bobsledding.
it's figure skating.
Huh?
No. I'm talking about Tanya Harding.
Jamaican
and
Jamaican
Nancy Kerrigan.
bobsled. Oh,
Yeah, I moved on.
I thought we were talking about the bobsled. I moved on.
What were you talking about, David?
I'm talking about the
He was
Nancy
talking about
Kerrigan.
Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding.
Oh,
I
gotcha,
moved on.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, friends. David's got to go.
Abbreviated one. Love you, David.
Yeah.
See you.
Yes. Love you guys.
Thanks so much.
Oh,
We will,
hold on. Before we
we'll
go. What is our book for next week?
You're the one with the hard break. I don't have anywhere to be.
Okay, our book for next week.
Someone should send the list of all those things out to everybody else so we have it all at our fingertip.
Someone does
really
that a
nice.
lot.
Teresa's done it, I'm sure, 4 times.
Someone
It would
does
be
that
really nice to have that.
consistently.
And she does
Okay.
it regularly and repeatedly because she's
Yeah.
kind.
Thank you.
Face it down every time.
I'm looking. This is good podcasting. Okay.
Yeah.
David, you
time.
are no.
No,
Okay,
it's
we're a
Joe.
week behind, so Joe, you're up.
I'm up.
Yeah.
Did you pick already?
No, I did not. I have to pick something. Yeah, I should do that. We'll just leave that as a teaser. I don't know what the heck we're going to pick.
You have to tell us because we have to read it.
Okay, then we are going to go with military fiction.
Oh, good Lord.
Military.
Okay.
Military, or it can be
Did you say
political
good
fiction,
Lord?
espionage. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
military fiction.
Military, political, espionage fiction. Yes. Don't furrow your brow at me.
Add some more
You
qualifiers
picked
to it,
Winter Olympic sports.
which is huge.
Well, that's why I expanded it from just military fiction, which would be Red Storm Rising, Hunt for Red October, expanded it out to be Soldier Sailor, Tinker Spy by Jean Le Carré with the espionage, or you can take it out to political thrillers. And
Don't worry, I'll find a book.
you always do. You've probably read 77 of each of those categories already.
This week.
77.
Okay.
And then
I'm just
David's
gonna put
up
it
the
out.
following week.
I'm just
Yes,
gonna go
I'm
ahead
sorry.
and say I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there right now. I'm calling the Briar Club
What?
for next week
Wait,
because it takes place in Washington D.C.
It actually
so I'm
might work.
calling it.
military. There is military in it.
You know what?
Yeah.
Read it.
If you read it,
Read
you
it.
can talk about it.
Yes,
Called it.
read it. Do it.
Dave's got dibs.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
'cause I
feel
came up with
free.
a-
Do what?
I
No one
can
said
come up
anything.
with a different David Reed's Briar Club.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna read Briar Club.
Oh, dang it. Come on.
I read it. It was a good book.
I know.
I read it on
Okay.
your recommendation.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
humoring me.
It was a good book. It was a
I just
really
want to
good
point
book.
out I heard that it was a hard recommendation, so I got nervous and I avoided it.
So what?
It was a hard recommendation. What do you mean hard recommendation?
Like it was so she's so pronounced her that I was like, I don't know. I started to get
You're
nervous.
not going to read it just because of that.
Yeah.
I'm teasing.
Okay,
I'm
I
only
just sent
teasing.
you all an updated one.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a
Love you
great week.
guys.
Love you.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
This is the Patchouli Podcast Network.